The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 16. You get the Nasdaq down 50. S&Ps are off 2.5. And I do want to first off thank our whole crew here. Thank you, Tom. Thank Al.
Thank you.
Steve, John. We moved the studio, folks. We were 17 years in one place. Moved it over the weekend, up and going. Amazing job.
Where'd we move it to? Let them know.
Oh, yeah. Now you're going to be broadcasting live from our headquarters in St. Petersburg, Florida.
You got it, totally.
We got 2 floors down here. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
You got it.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, folks. Dow Industrials right now, the Dow's up 19, Nasdaq's down 50. We have the gold contract up 50 cents, trading at $12.23. We have silver up 4 cents, $15.53. Light sweet crude, oh, look at that, up $1.44, $70.13. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note down. 3 ticks, 119.10, 30-year bond off 11 ticks, 142.19. King Dollar's getting toasted on the way down. It has some volume behind it, too. We'll see whether that continues. 94.060. What King Dollar did last week, folks, is that it failed as it tried to get into the 95 price point once again. We have the euro trading at 117.12 to 1 U.S. dollar. Yen is at 110.96 to 1 U.S. dollar. Pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, quite a market, right? I mean, that NASDAQ on Friday, quite a number, of course.
That came down. It came down hard.
And picking up steam this morning, and it's still full earnings season, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And
Apple's tomorrow.
Yes, and this being the second most active week for earnings coming down the pipeline. So
Nice.
It'll be a plethora, for sure.
And, folks, if you haven't test-driven yet the Nadex platform, great time to do it. You can come over to our website at TFNN, hit the banner on the top of the side, bring it up. And when we start talking Bitcoin, Bitcoin's down $96 today. But look at it, it's 8,129. And, of course, they have the weeklies on that and the monthlies. The monthlies are going to, we're at the end of the month right now.
We are at the end of the month, 30th today, right?
Yeah.
There are 31 days in July, so we're coming up. Wednesday being the first day of August already.
Yeah, I love it. So first, let's go over that good old King Dollar, DXU8, and let's take a look at King Dollar. So King Dollar out here, what you did on Friday, we got up to the price point of this 94,700. Didn't make the 95 this time. Now you're coming into some real juice on the way down, and what King Dollar has done for a long period of time now, each time that it tries to get up to the 95, it gives it up. Each time that it even comes down to the 93.50, bottom line, no more sellers. So we'll see how this shakes out on the way down. Intraday out here, what we did have, we had a couple intraday sellers out here. The first one was generated out here at about, what's that, 8:30? No, that's 9:40.
Yeah.
You know, bottom line is that we still haven't got enough juice inside that gold contract. If we do look inside the NDX to take a look at the strength versus the weakness, Take Two Interactive, that's down 572. You know what's interesting? Fortnite, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Take Two, let me just see if they come out with the numbers, because Electronic Arts come out with the numbers, and they had some problems. That declined. Let's see. So
That's just trading volume.
that's just trading. Well, there's because Take Two's Take Two's video, right? For sure. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that myself.
You know. Okay. So I believe they have
Interactive entertainment software, games, and accessories.
It's the whole gaming deal. So let me see what they're doing right now. Yeah, they do 2 billion. 1.5 on the consoles, because I believe EA also got smoked. And the real question's, yeah, look at EA is getting smoked also. Or maybe, you know what I think? I think Take-Two's getting smoked on EA's numbers. And I think it's going to be interesting if this has to do with purchasing. You know, they do a huge amount of business, but the bottom line is that new game, I'm sure, is cutting into some of these.
Fortnite, sure.
Yeah.
So that's a company, Epic Games, right, which is a private company for Fortnite, I believe.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is.
Oh yeah, they're taking some of that revenue. Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to pay $60 for a game, or
Sure.
Do your accessories and pay $60?
Sure. Right. Yeah.
You don't spend that much money on Fortnite, though, do you?
I've
Some
never
people
spent.
can.
I listened to the program you had, Dave,
Okay,
talking
right,
about it,
right.
and I had heard Dave mention that the average Fortnite user that plays it, a few times a week or something, has spent $150, which is insanity. I'm sure it's true, but you don't need to spend any money for the functionality of that game. So
Right.
it's a shooter game, first-person shooter game, Royal Rumble type, where they drop 100 people in, last person surviving wins. But everybody starts off with the same power, the same settings,
Right.
and usually you pay for an upgrade, right? You pay for got a better
Clothes or something, right?
No, I'm saying in usual games you're
Right.
paying for a better person. You're
Right.
upgrading your player. He's a
Right.
better player. He's faster. He's stronger. None of that exists in Fortnite. You're paying for literally, you want to put a hat on while you play the game,
yeah,
your
right.
character. But
Exactly.
I don't know how anybody spends $150 for that. I've spent $20, which is that you buy a pass for $10, and it gives you upgraded, a plethora. So I don't know how people would spend $150, but you can spend, you can spend $100 every day on there if you want.
Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. So we get Advanced Micro is up $1.12. Oh, look at Facebook got hit again. Interesting. Facebook's down $6.97. You get Netflix off $14. Let's go over to Facebook for a second. FB. I think that has a high volume low anyway, right? Ooh, look at that. Holy, that's quite a hit. So what do we got with Facebook? Facebook hasn't tested. Is that? Let me just look at this for a second. That's March. That's even February. That's what. That's
No, I mean, that's on their privacy concerns.
161 to 149. Okay. So this morning, yeah, I mean, there's really doesn't look like it's just more continued selling.
Yeah, I see something about a lawsuit in Facebook there.
Yeah, they're going to end up with a lot of them.
Right, and maybe that's what's coming in, where it's like, okay.
So you get Facebook breaking down pretty good here. I mean, it broke down the day it come out with numbers, traded to 173. Right now you're at 168. Looks like it's going to go after the gap at 170. Big numbers. Apple, I think, comes out with numbers tomorrow. Tomorrow,
yes.
After the close.
4:30. So not in line with the futures closes, right?
Right. That's
no
right.
Nasdaq trading for
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Futures closing at 4:15. Apple at 4:30.
Yeah. So Apple right now is trading 189.75. They are going to be looking to do. Let's see. Look at that now. Well, 52 billion they're looking for. Big number.
This is their small quarter every year.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We're going to come back with our man, Mr. Jason Path from thedutchbook.com. Dow Industrials right now are trading down 9. You get the Nasdaq off 65. S&Ps are off 5. Coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now trading down 23. You get the Nasdaq off 65. S&Ps are off 5.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do each and every Monday at 40 past the first hour. And he has a great newsletter, folks. You can go over to DutchBook.com. Check it out. It's a free newsletter. He does an outstanding job. Jason, what's going on, brother?
Tom, how are you, man?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Doing good.
Well, we are broadcasting from our new studio, Jason, down in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida.
That's right.
Congratulations, man.
We
I know
moved-
that's a lot of hard work. Well deserved. Looks
Yeah,
great.
the team did an amazing job. They were here 12 hours a day, each and every day. But guess what? We're up and going. We came down at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon. We got up and going approximately about a half hour ago.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The moment
man.
we
Keeps
started
getting
streaming.
better.
Yeah.
That's great.
So let's talk. Hey, let's start with Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin keeps working higher, right? So a lot of good data in the newsletter this morning, as you mentioned. We're seeing volumes up, transaction volume up, wallet activity on the network up. Trading volume has really spiked in the last 2 weeks. We're off a little bit this morning.
Yes.
A little noise, a little retracement, about $100. It's remarkable. We're saying $100 is off just a little, but we continue to see it work its way higher. We like the mid 8,500s, mid 8,000s for this week. We normally forecast a week at a time.
Okay.
So, we've been making step moves higher, $400 to $500 a week in terms of the max value.
Yeah, it's impressive that wallet goes up too. That's intriguing because coming off the bottom, you can see that you got to get some excitement. But the bottom line is that most people you need a wallet to get a Bitcoin, right? Or to store a Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, there's still a lot of friction in that process.
Yes.
It needs to get easier over time to reach a larger level of mass adoption, but. We still track activity into new wallet creation. Search volumes up 3 weeks in a row. Wallet creation is up. Wallet usage is up. So the metrics look good. They look healthy. Bitcoin can get very reflexive and have a lot of momentum behind it. As the price moves up, more people move in. The price moves up more people move in. We're reading headlines. Bitcoin's back, and it just is it's an echo chamber. It's a self-reinforcing loop higher.
No doubt. Now, something that's self-reinforcement, and folks, check out his newsletter. It's thedutchbook.com. Great newsletter. I want to go right to the end of your newsletter because that is dynamic in the aspect of retail.
Okay.
So this is pretty intense, folks. When you see some of these charts, man, talk to me. This is pretty. We know this is happening, but see it in data form is like a whole different ball game, man.
Yeah, and what we see now is a tipping point. When you really unpack what's happened, we've all felt the first couple of waves, right? And it makes sense. We're all shopping more online. We get that.
Yes.
But there's a tipping point with traditional that we're at the threshold of where these large, massive suburban retail shopping centers can no longer sustain because they don't have a tenant base. So you've had 60 to 70% occupancy. That's not sustainable. Traffic continues to decline for those folks who are left. The center can't sustain. So the narrative for us right now is, like I said, it's a tipping point. We have passed a point of no return where, in that industry, sales continue to go up. It's a healthy industry. We love online.
Yes.
But in that traditional brick and mortar retail, it's such an unsustainable model at this point. We're looking at 3 to 7% on average declines year over year. And what we talk about in the newsletter is it's not like those prior year comps were very good either, right? We were having a similar conversation last year, but it was more of a canary in the coal mine scenario.
Yes.
The comps from the prior year are terrible. We're down 3 to 7% on those. Every metric you look at in retail is down, and we also look at it regionally now, and you're seeing densely populated areas in the Northeast where rents are much more expensive, your wages are more expensive. Those are down double digits. What's actually propping up brick and mortar retail at this point is some of your cheaper areas to operate in the South and in the Southwest, but there's not enough dense population to drive margin there for a national operator. We also unpack a little bit. You've got some folks who have operated regionally, like Dillard's, right?
Yes.
And again, it's hitting them later. Their stock was up to 86 recently. Big double-digit growth over prior year. But again, they've been in that South and Southwest corridor, which has gotten this phenomenon a little bit later.
Yeah, and there's not as many. It seems that
when we talk about going short, we still got opportunities like Dillard's to come off of multi-year highs because they've been a little insulated. They've been the valedictorian at summer school, but we feel pretty confident in opportunity to short somebody down like Dillard's as well and ride up Amazon and the rest of the online phenomenon.
Yeah, no, I can see that because we came out of Boston and like they don't have a Dillard's in Boston, but those malls have like 5. I would say like big Dillard's, like their names. And down here, you get a Dillard's and like a Macy's and a good shopping mall. Do you know what I mean? Not in Miami, of course, but still in Tampa. And so I can see the difference. And it has a good name, and it's always had a good name down here. I mean, I've been here long enough, but I can see the difference. Because guess what? You're still paying a fortune in there, and you have to go to the store.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So what we talk about is, you had some first movers, even somebody recently like Toys R Us, right? But those folks carried a lot of your smaller operators in some of these centers.
Oh yeah.
And some of those folks are still breaking even in a pre-Toys R Us world, and they just can't sustain without those anchors.
Yeah.
Right. And the rents that they pay are astronomical anyway. So it's like, man, you got to sell something every single day.
And they're paying the rent for foot traffic, and that's what they're losing when you get the big draw, like a Toys R Us leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Foot traffic's way down.
Amazing.
And how about crude oil or natural gas? Let's go to crude oil.
Yeah.
Because crude.
Man, it's a pretty decent morning so far in crude, up at $1.30. What we looked at in the newsletter, there's still a lot of noise around, obviously, the geopolitics. You're paying for a premium there. A lot of things going on around supply disruptions, et cetera. Clearly, the market's up this morning. But we're still at a level of about 4.4 million barrels in storage. The most we've ever gotten to in price when we've been over 370 million barrels is $75 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
That 404 million is still a very heavy level from a storage perspective historically. The average when we're above 400 million is $43 over the last 10 years.
Really? Wow.
So folks talk a lot about the 5-year average. Well, that 5-year average is really, for inventories, is skewed. It was so bloated, over the last 24 months. We've worked our way down off of those peaks, but the 5-year average is very skewed off of that huge build, north of 500 million barrels, just an amount of oil in storage we've never seen before. So we're still at a very, if you go 10, 15, 20 years, a very elevated level with respect to inventory. We're about 30 to 40 million barrels, above what would be, a reasonable, even starting to talk about balance down to about 360, 370 million barrels. So
I guess that's a political
we
premium,
think we still have a long
right?
way to go. Again, folks are worried about, shipping out of Saudi.
Yeah.
They had a tremendous tanker order for the month of August. We feel pretty comfortable that those will get filled and go. And, we think the market works its way back down over the balance of the year, but clearly the start to this week is up.
Folks, you can check out his newsletter at thedutchbook.com. Check him out here tomorrow. He's going to be on my show in the afternoon, Tuesday and Thursday.
Hey, man, we'll have to get back to the video games. I heard you guys talking before the break. Would love to catch up on that later.
Let's chat some Fortnite. We'll do it.
Let's do it, man. Can't wait.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Take care,
All right,
man.
thanks, guys. Talk
Are
soon.
China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 33. We get the Nasdaq off 62. S&Ps are off 6.5. Let's go over and take a look at that silver contract for a couple of tigers and tigers that's out here. So silver right now, 15.53. This baby has got hit, as has gold. Friday we did reject the lower price. You had light volume, but now you need a sign of strength. I mean, it's not showing it yet. We'll see whether that baby can get up into this 1595 area. If we go take a look at the First Majestic, that's an equity that had a nice acceleration on the way up. This was one of the leaders out here, and then finished an ABC up, and then went from a price point of 849 to 650. Now this baby also needs some real strength. You're coming back into the highs of the lows, which was 614. We get down to 632 632 last week. But we need some strength there. For some reason, it looks that the silver equities have been weaker than the gold equities. Like Heckler got smoked in a big way. Bottom line is that we need some strength. The dollar is going lower. We'll see whether gold can catch a bid. Hasn't caught a bid in a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. If we take a look at the inside the Dow Industrials strength versus the weakness out here, what we have McDonald's is, they have point-wise, what we have out here is this. You have Visa putting 20 negative points, American Express 19, Microsoft 13. Positive, you putting Big Mac is putting 13. That got killed on last Friday. Caterpillar putting positive 8.
And Caterpillar had their earnings today, too.
Oh, they were good, too.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next. Then we got our man Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Lots of great program. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.